All right, that was Gypsy Ghost with Strange Visions, and that's another song off their first EP, the self-titled EP. And this one, like I said, was a lot more tripped out. And you know what? I know I'm really talking up Andy, but he really is a good vocalist because he really played up the trippiness of that tune. And that's one of the reasons why that he does the vocals is because he can essentially adapt to any form or any kind of style or configuration of a song.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's hard to find things that are original these days, I think, and the blend of styles that they have, which is obviously evident in that song that you just played, as well as most of the stuff. It's not something you can't compare it to anything. I mean, I've tried. Obviously, we've reviewed it before,
right?
And I've heard a lot of the stuff just from listening to your New Music Saturday show. Obviously, I remember listening to the interview where I have to say it kind of led you astray, Doc. But I'm not going to go into that. Whiskey, what can I say? But it's hard to find bands that are innovative and you know what I mean, original. They have something that, whether you like it or not, you can't quite put your finger on as to like, there's something there which I just can't quite pinpoint. And that to me, that they're innovators. They're the kind of that's art. That's what it is, and that's what music should be. A lot of people like the music spoon fed to them. Others prefer something that's just
different,
unbounded. It's not done with any aim or like we want to sound like this or we're trying to be that. It's just created from whatever's within themselves as a
right.
group. And like 7 or 8 of them, I mean, geez, that's not a band. That's a posse. That
yeah. Oh, because there's Pat, Andy, Bruce, Isaac, Seamus, Tom. It's about 5, I think.
All right.
Close enough. Anyways, they're a big group, but they're a good bunch of guys. And like I said, the past 2 songs, I mean, that was off the first EP, their self-titled EP, and they made a pretty quick jump from that EP to the next one called Bird Language. We're gonna get to a few songs off that in a moment, but it just like you said, Dave, it just you can't pinpoint any connections, which is good. And not only that, you're right. This is just something different, something new that I'm not used to. Because I remember, because when the field was put out for the party, they're saying Gypsy Coast thing, Gypsy Coast, and the first thing you think of gypsy music, but the gypsy music a lot of people think of is actually like Indian or East Indian music, and for some reason it's tied in with that. So you think of that, it's like, oh, it's respectable, but maybe not something you normally listen to. And then these guys are like, wow, like I was not expecting this at all. I wasn't sure what to expect, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, the likes of bands like Gogo Bordello, they kind of, I think I got that right. They hit the festival scene a few years ago, and I think that opened a lot of people's eyes. The whole mixture of the gypsy style infused with it had an anthemic kind of. It was a festival style of music. It was perfect. It got everybody together. It's the sort of thing that you would see if you think of Queen. I know I'm going back years, but when Queen did the Live Aid in '84, was it, or '85? There's not many places where you'll see a whole stadium full of people like with hands in the air, clapping in tandem perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
Radio Gaga was playing. They seemed to kind of encapsulate that themselves, and they got, even though people didn't know their music, you could see people getting drawn into it. Just the stage presence, the rhythm of it, everything. It's kind of like a new genre, I suppose. It's not new, as in it's been around for centuries,
right?
But it's new, as in to the commercial ear. There's not many people that have heard it in that kind of form.
Well, exactly. And you know what? I have seen them live a bunch of times, and like I said, they always put on a good show, and they'll be playing here in London at a place called Call the Office on the 31st, which is actually where they did their CD release for their new album, Madman Only, which was awesome, by the way. I got to interview Pat and Seamus and Andy for about 10 minutes. It was funny because we're in the bar and we're looking for a quiet place to do an interview, like at least quiet enough that's not picking up a lot of background, right? So we're looking around, and finally we end upstairs in this little room, and the little room is where the employees punch in for work.
Yeah.
So it's a punch clock room, and like I was like, no, this is awesome. So we did about 10 minutes because we were close to getting on to start the show, but we did about 10 minutes. It was a lot of fun, and then not even a month a bit after that, that's when I had Pat and Seamus in studio, and we had Andy who was via cell phone because he was supposed to be off of work, but something happened and he had to go in. So he was on his break, and we called him, and he talked via cell phone, speaker right up, and it was awesome. Like, it was sucked that he wasn't in studio because Andy is like a really cool guy, but either way, we still had him on the show, and it was a great time. And it's just funny to sit back with Pat and Seamus, and we're laughing what Andy's talking about, right? And you can even imagine how much fun it would be if he's actually in studio.
Yeah. I mean, it's the beauty of Skype as well, isn't it? It's being able to get people now with technology, which you couldn't get. Well, I don't know how long this has been on the.
A while. I don't even know myself.
Yeah, I've not kind of. I'm a dinosaur when it comes to technology. It's called me Dave Rex. But no, it's amazing what you can do now. So you get them all together. Even I remember when you did the show a few months back. Obviously, I think was it 2 of them in the studio with you, and you had another 2 on Skype.
That's right.
Johnny, yeah. So it's kind of they were still all together. Well, not all of them, but yeah.
No, it was fun. See, but that's another thing that makes it's fun, and that's why we go over the ground rules before the show starts, just so everybody knows. Because when you're on Skype and you have more than 2 people, only one person can talk at once. Because if they start talking, let's say I'm talking, and if you start talking over me, it will cut my part out, so they won't hear what I say, so only hear what you say. So it cuts each other out. So we have to make the ground rules saying, listen, right, if there's people in the studio, you can kind of go when you want, but kind of give the people on Skype a heads up, because it's got to be one at a time. Otherwise, people are going to be cut off, and not intentionally, but that's just the way it happens. Yeah,
it's exactly like online gaming. If you're online gaming, and like say games like if you play Tiger Woods online, and there's more than 2 of you, it's just like all you can hear is it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll get better. Get better.
Well, right on, Dave. So now we're going to get to their second EP called Bird Language. And this one was put together somewhat quickly. And they did actually have a guy, honestly, I believe he's from Ireland. They had a saxophonist who kind of guested on this EP. And I went to the show, and the show was really cool and a lot tighter this time around. You can tell the difference right away. So we're going to get to one of the songs off of Bird Language. This one's called Reap a Deep. Dig this. was Gypsy Ghost with Reap a Deep. Now, just before I get into stuff with the song, more about the band, they do have a YouTube channel, and there's tons and tons of Gypsy Ghost videos out there, and I'm not kidding, like a lot of live stuff and a lot of cool stuff. There's one called Going Home, which you definitely should look up on YouTube, but unfortunately it's not recording, or at least not that I know of, or not that I have. But it's a really cool tune, and they actually did that at their Bird Language EP release. And they did it with actually one of the singers from High School Sweetheart, Jess. They did it together, and it's called Going Home. And it's just like a good, could be, it's more or less an a cappella song, but you could do it with like acoustic and stuff, like around a campfire sort of thing. And very cool. But Reap a Deep, right off the hop, man, did you notice a change like right away? You know, it's a lot tighter, the recording's a lot better, they sound like more used to each other, even though they've been playing for a while together. And again, with just the guitar and, you know, the sax and the vocals, and they really killed it with this one.
Yeah, that was the main thing that you notice, is the amount more of the brass section that you can hear in it. It's kind of progressed from that raw sound of like the minimalistic of the earlier stuff to, I mean, saxophone. Come on, I mean, you're talking. It's like they're like a small orchestra now, and it's definitely something you notice straight away.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Great.
No, I was gonna say that's right. Go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it.
that's all I got. Yeah.
I've been drinking since 7 o'clock this afternoon, this evening. So,
oh boy.
What's it now? It's 1:45 in the morning.
Yeah, so, almost 2 o'clock.
I'm not even going to try and do the math.
But just before we get this next song off of Bird Language, when I was interviewing them, we were at a place where one of the bars, and we decided to go outside because that's where it was the quietest, believe it or not. So we're sitting outside. So I got the whole group of them, like all kind of sitting around me. It was pretty crazy, you know. I got one member sitting on either side of me, like one standing like just to their side, one standing a couple standing in front, and like just waiting, getting close to the mic to talk when they're ready to talk. And it was pretty funny because I did a couple songs. So there's while we were doing the interview, like I would a normal interview, even though this was not in the studio. But anyways, it was funny because as soon as I said off air, like, all right, we'll be right back. Like, and Father Mike ran for a beer. So they went inside. It's like, you guys got 3.5 minutes. Hurry up. But like I said,
it's got to be done sometimes, hasn't it?
But no, like I said, it was funny. They were a cool bunch of guys, and like it made it that much more funny. Kind of showed their humorous side.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure they were hankering for a beer, anyways. But still, So next up, we're gonna get to a song called "Evil," and this is another song off their second EP, Bird Language. Dig this, Gypsy Ghost.